You know, sometimes when we play, placement. Sometimes in matches, placement. You might think it's cross-court. Sometimes it's just a 10 centimeters change. Sometime, changing from here to here is useless. To down the line is useless. Make him constantly adjust. Unable to generate power, that's most uncomfortable. If I can't backhand fast loop down the line today, what do? I can fast loop down the middle. I can't flick you to death. Can't beat you in the first 3 shots. Can't beat you on backspin balls. Then, after I force a flick, how can I transition to forehand in topspin rallies? Transition to forehand through placement. You can't always give people comfortable balls. Then you can't transition. See, after flicking down the middle, he blocks it back. You are good at forehand. Playing against you good forehand. I don't think you're that uncomfortable. You're afraid of players with good backhands who fast loop you. Right? Okay, so for players with good backhands, after you flick, try to fast loop it to this spot. This spot makes him twist like this. Make him forehand lift, then you pivot attack. Even if you pivot and miss, it's fine. Sometimes in matches we guess wrong too. Pivot. They loop to our forehand. Then we watch carefully. Next one we pivot again. That's courage. Yes, good, good. You hesitated on that pivot attack. Move right after the fast loop, even against a strong backhand opponent.
A solid backhand flick plus fine placement on the next shot can give you a huge advantage.
It's really like this. When I just looped to you middle backhand, you were all like this. With such a good forehand, you're still playing like this. For those with strong backhand awareness, weak forehand awareness, they'll play even more like this. They're originally in a defensive phase. In the defensive phase, they just want to get the ball back first. Defending cross-court is easier. When passive, no one wants to go down the line to the opponent's forehand. That's even more passive. Right. You know, sometimes when we play, placement. Sometimes in matches, placement. You might think it's cross-court. Sometimes it's just a 10 centimeters change. Sometime, changing from here to here is useless. To down the line is useless. Make him constantly adjust. Unable to generate power, that's most uncomfortable. Don't always change the line from backhand to here. Right? Change to the middle, aiming for the middle. Here, I'll serve to you. Prepare for backhand rally. Aren't you uncomfortable here? Right? Here. See, this isn't uncomfortable, right? This is the real middle. According to the table, you're not uncomfortable, right? I fed very middle. The middle of the table is useless. You hit to the person's middle. Didn't I tell you right? See, here you can't generate power. See, right? So sometimes your placement, whether it's 10 centimeters or 20 centimeters, you can't just have 3 points. The diagonal, the middle, the down the line. You split it into another piece. Here's 1 piece, 2 pieces, 3 pieces, 4 pieces. Right? You have the skill to do it. Sometimes in training, you don't remind yourself. Good, you hesitated again. You hesitated, didn't you? You're always afraid. If I tell you the answer, you'll still be afraid. Hold it. You're not hook looping this ball. Very good. You are not used to it. No muscle memory. That's fine. Right. Once it lands short, you hook loop it. Aim and fast loop it down the line. Loop it solid. Right. Fast loop it to the side. I said, after flicking, don't fast loop it straight. Watch after flicking. Follow through. Actually, it's not fast loop, just wipe it over.
Brush right so the ball curves out wider toward their forehand.
Good. You still fast loop it too straight. See? You're definitely going to make a mistake. Too straight? Fast loop like this? Look at the landing point. This position. Right, that's fine. Good, rest. So in matches, you need to know, how can I score points more easily? How can I score points more efficiently? That's how you should train. Because in matches you always backhand flick, and after flicking, you have to follow up. Can't flick, and then after it's all power loop. That won't do. So in the follow-up, I can find some fun in the follow-up. Hey, I can flick and then, bam, give it to you down the line, right? Or after I flick. After I add power on this stroke, then I pivot attack. You should put some effort into this. Matches will be easier.
Table tennis requires mastering many complex techniques. For most players, even reaching an advanced amateur level takes years. More importantly, it's very hard to learn on your own. You need at least a practice partner, and hiring a coach long-term can be very expensive. Practicing single ball drills with friends is not enough. Many skills require multiple training. That's why I recommend Thunderspin. Advantage 1: outstanding value. From design to sales channels, everything is simplified to cut costs while extending durability, fully meeting the needs of most beginner and intermediate players for multiple training. Advantage 2: extra low ball outlet. It can deliver short balls and half-long balls that barely clear the net, simulating real match conditions. Most bots under $500 cannot do this. Advantage 3: ultra portable. Weighing just 1.3 kilogram. It's very easy to use, simple knobs control spin and placement. If you're interested, check out our channel's store link below the video. If shipping to your region isn't supported, just leave us a message through the store's email. See if we can mail it to you.